Meet Ashley. Ashley is what you'd call a smart shopper. Every Sunday morning, she wakes up, grabs her coffee, and spends about 2 hours going through coupon apps, comparing prices across 5 different websites, and waiting for the perfect sale before she buys anything. She's got browser extensions that automatically hunt for promo codes. She has a spreadsheet, an actual spreadsheet, tracking which stores have sales cycles so she knows exactly when to buy her shampoo at the lowest possible price. Ashley is proud of this. Her friends call her the Deal Queen. She saved $847 last year on groceries alone. She tells everyone about it. Ashley also has $200 in her investment account. She's been meaning to invest more, but she keeps waiting for the market to dip a little more, for the right time, for things to feel more certain. She's 34 years old. Here's the painful truth nobody has told Ashley yet. Her obsession with saving money is one of the biggest reasons she isn't building wealth. And if you've ever felt proud of catching a sale, if you've ever waited for a discount before making a purchase, if you've ever thought that being careful with spending means you're being good with money, this video is going to challenge everything you think you know. Because discounts aren't saving you money. In many cases, they are costing you far, far more than you realize. Let's talk about what the media tells you versus what's actually happening in the real world, because there is a massive gap between those two things. Every financial influencer, every budgeting guru, every personal finance magazine tells you the same thing. Cut your expenses, find deals, be frugal, save more. And on the surface, that sounds completely logical. Spend less, keep more. Simple math, right? But here's what they're not telling you. Frugality without investment is just slow poverty. Saving money and building wealth are not the same thing. They are not even close to the same thing. One keeps you from falling behind, the other actually moves you forward. And most people, most hardworking, disciplined, coupon-clipping people, are doing the first one while completely neglecting the second one, and wondering why they never seem to get ahead. The media loves to celebrate the person who paid off $40,000 in debt by extreme couponing and eating rice and beans for 2 years. And yes, getting out of debt is important, but nobody celebrates the person who put $400 a month into an index fund for 25 years and never once checked if the market was at a high or a low. That person doesn't make for exciting content. But that person is the one who actually wins. The misconception is that wealth is built through discipline in spending. The truth is that wealth is built through consistency in investing. Those are two completely different games. And right now, most people are playing the wrong one. Let me give you the numbers, because this is where it gets real. The average American spends approximately 4 to 6 hours per week on deal hunting behaviors. This includes comparing prices, waiting for sales, browsing discount sites, clipping coupons, and researching purchases to make sure they're getting the best deal. That's roughly 260 hours a year. At the median American hourly wage of around $29 per hour, that's over $7,500 worth of your time spent annually to save, on average, $1,200 to $1,500 in discounts. The math does not work in your favor. Now let's talk about what that same time and mental energy could produce if redirected. The S&P 500 has returned an average of approximately 10.5% annually over the last 50 years. If Ashley, our deal queen from the beginning, had taken that $1,200 she saved each year and invested it consistently starting at age 25, by the time she reached 65, she'd have approximately $584,000 from those contributions alone, assuming that 10% average return. But she spent the time saving the $1,200 instead of investing it. So she has the $1,200 and nothing else to show for those 260 hours. Here's another number that should genuinely shock you. Studies on consumer behavior consistently show that people who shop with discount mindsets spend 20 to 30% more overall than people who shop with intentional mindsets. Why? Because discounts trigger buying. When something is on sale, your brain doesn't ask, "Do I need this?" Your brain asks, "How much am I saving?" Those are completely different questions, and only one of them actually protects your money. A Stanford study on consumer psychology found that the word sale increases purchase likelihood by up to 38%, even when the person had no prior intention of buying the product. You weren't going to buy it. You saw a discount. Now you own it. That is not saving money. That is losing money with extra steps and a good feeling about it. So let's get into the actual rules. The habits that separate people who feel like they're good with money from people who are actually building wealth. Because feeling financially responsible and being financially powerful are two very different things. Rule 1. Stop optimizing for the price you pay and start optimizing for the return you get. This is the foundational mindset shift, and it changes everything once it clicks. A wealth builder doesn't ask, "How much does this cost?" first. A wealth builder asks, "What does this cost me over time? And what does it cost me not to have it?" Those are entirely different calculations. Think about it this way. You could spend $40 on a cheap pair of shoes that falls apart in 4 months, or you could spend $120 on a quality pair that lasts 3 years. The discount buyer sees a $40 win. The wealth builder sees a $120 investment that actually costs them less per month than the cheaper option. This is called the cost per use calculation, and almost nobody does it. But the people who do it naturally spend less over their lifetime than the people chasing every sale. The psychology here is important. When you're trained to look for the lowest price, you're training your brain to think short term. Every financial decision becomes about the immediate moment. What does this cost right now? But wealth is a long-term game. The whole thing is long-term. And if your brain is wired for short-term thinking in your spending habits, it will be wired for short-term thinking in your investing habits too. You'll sell when the market drops because it feels like the wrong time. You'll wait for a dip that never comes. You'll make emotional decisions disguised as rational ones. Rule 2. Understand the hidden cost of mental energy. This one is sneaky because it doesn't show up on any receipt, but it is very, very real. Every decision you make throughout the day uses cognitive resources. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. The more choices you make, the lower the quality of your later decisions. And people who live in a constant discount hunting mindset are making hundreds of micro decisions every single day. Should I buy it now or wait for a sale? Is this the lowest price? Should I check one more site? Is there a coupon code I'm missing? That constant low-level mental noise is exhausting. And it crowds out the bigger, more important financial thinking, like whether your asset allocation is right, like whether you're maximizing your retirement contributions, like whether your emergency fund is properly sized. The people who obsess over saving $3 on dish soap are often the same people who haven't reviewed their investment portfolio in 2 years because it's too complicated. The mental bandwidth was already spent. Wealth builders make fewer, simpler decisions about spending so they can make better, clearer decisions about growing. They don't eliminate all spending thought. They eliminate the low-value spending thought so the high-value thinking has room to happen. Rule 3. Never let a discount be the reason you buy something. Read that again. Never let a discount be the reason you buy something. A discount is only valuable if you were already going to buy the item at full price and the discounted version still meets your actual need. That's it. That's the only scenario where a discount is genuinely saving you money. Everything else, buying something because it's on sale, stocking up on things you might need someday, adding items to your cart to hit a free shipping threshold. That is the discount trap. And it is designed by some of the smartest marketing minds in the world, specifically to feel like smart shopping while actually draining your account. Ashley falls into this trap every single time she opens a sale email. She didn't need the kitchen gadget. She didn't need the extra throw pillows. She definitely didn't need 3 bottles of conditioner. But they were 40% off, and her brain told her she was winning. She wasn't winning. She was spending money she hadn't planned to spend on things she hadn't planned to buy. That is the opposite of wealth building. The rule is simple. Make your shopping list before you look at prices. Decide what you need, then find the best version of that thing at a reasonable price. Never go the other direction. Never browse sales and decide what you need based on what's discounted. That direction only leads to one place, and it is not financial freedom. Rule 4. Automate your investing before you touch your spending. This is the rule that actually changes lives, and almost nobody does it until someone forces them to think about it. The reason most people never build serious wealth isn't because they don't make enough money. It's because they spend first and invest whatever is left over. And whatever is left over is almost always nothing, because spending expands to fill available income every single time. The wealth builder flips that equation entirely. You invest first, automatically, on payday, before you see the money in your checking account, and then you live on what remains. This is called paying yourself first, and it has been the foundation of virtually every personal finance framework for the last 50 years because it works. It removes the decision entirely. There's no willpower required. There's no, "I'll invest after I pay for this." The investment happens before your brain even registers the money as available to spend. The psychology behind this is powerful. Once money is in your investment account, it mentally belongs to a different category. It's not spending money anymore. And because you never saw it in your checking account, you don't miss it. Your lifestyle adjusts to what's available, and your wealth grows quietly in the background whether you're paying attention or not. Ashley makes $68,000 a year. If she automated just 10% of her income, $567 a month, into a low-cost index fund starting today at age 34 and never touched it, she would have approximately $1.1 million by age 65 at a 10% average annual return. She doesn't need to find better deals. She doesn't need to coupon harder. She needs to automate $567 a month and then go live her life. Now let's talk about the long game, because this is the part that most people intellectually understand but emotionally resist. And that gap between understanding and action is exactly where wealth goes to die. Time in the market always beats timing the market. This is not a theory. This is not an opinion. This is one of the most thoroughly documented facts in all of financial history. J.P. Morgan published a study showing that if you missed just the 10 best trading days in the S&P 500 over a 20-year period, your returns dropped by more than half. 10 days out of roughly 5,000 trading days. Miss those 10 days because you were waiting for the right moment to get in, or because you panicked and pulled out during a dip, and you cut your wealth in half. The discount mindset and the market timing mindset come from the same place. They both come from the belief that if you just wait long enough, if you're just patient enough, if you're just clever enough, you'll catch the perfect moment and pay the lowest possible price. But in investing, waiting for the perfect moment is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make. Because while you're waiting, the market is compounding. Every month you're on the sidelines is a month your money isn't growing. This is why consistency is the actual superpower. Not brilliance, not perfect timing, not finding the hottest stock or the best deal. Consistency. Showing up every single month, putting money in, and leaving it there. That's it. That's the whole strategy. And it works because compound interest rewards patience in a way that nothing else in the financial world does. Think about what happens when you invest $400 a month for 30 years at a 10% average return. You contribute $144,000 out of your own pocket. Your account grows to approximately $790,000. That extra $646,000 came from compound growth, from money making money, quietly in the background, while you were living your life. No coupons, no market timing, no spreadsheets tracking sales cycles, just consistency, patience, and time. Ashley's problem isn't that she's bad with money. Ashley's problem is that she has been playing the wrong game. She's been optimizing a $1,200 a year savings game when she should have been playing a $790,000 wealth building game. And the saddest part is that both games require roughly the same amount of discipline. The coupon habit takes 260 hours a year. The investing habit, once automated, takes about 20 minutes to set up and then runs itself forever. The identity shift here is everything. You have to stop seeing yourself as a smart spender and start seeing yourself as a wealth builder. Those are not the same person. The smart spender optimizes every transaction. The wealth builder optimizes their entire financial life. The smart spender feels good when they save $12 on a grocery run. The wealth builder feels good when their portfolio is up $12,000 because they stayed in the market through a correction that scared everyone else out. You get to choose which person you are, but you have to choose consciously because the default, the path of least resistance, the path that every retailer and every sale notification is pushing you toward, is the smart spender path. And that path feels responsible right up until the moment you're 60 years old and realize that decades of deal hunting left you with a drawer full of things you got on clearance and not enough in your retirement account. Here is your 60-second task, and I want you to do this before you close this video. Open your phone right now. Go to your bank app or your brokerage app, whatever you use. Find the automatic transfer or recurring investment setting. Set up an automatic investment of any amount. It can be $25, it can be $50, it can be $200, to go into an index fund or an ETF on the same day every single month. Set it and forget it. You are not timing the market. You are not waiting for a dip. You are starting today with whatever you have, because today is always the second best time to start. The best time was yesterday. If you don't have an investment account yet, set an alarm on your phone for tomorrow morning that says, Open Investment Account. That's your task. One alarm, 10 seconds. It is the most important financial thing you will do this week. Ashley is still out there with her coupon spreadsheet, but she doesn't have to be, and neither do you. If this video made you think differently about money, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to go deeper on building the wealth builder mindset, the next video is right there. I'll see you in it.